Hello, and thank you for agreeing to participate in the Humboldt Area Foundation Selection Committee. This video is designed to walk you through how to review applications and to prepare you for the committee meeting. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me, Cassandra. Your login information was sent in a separate email. That email included the URL or link to the site. It also shows the email that we are using to log you into the site and the password that has been assigned to you. To log in, you simply push this little button right here which says sign in. What is really wonderful about reviewing online is you will only be seeing scholarships which have been assigned to you. In the email that was sent to you, you can see a complete listing of all the scholarships that have been assigned to you and scholarships that have been assigned to other folks as well. This year, we received an overwhelming amount of scholarship applications. It was a 300% increase from last year. So what you will see is sometimes you'll be reviewing part of a scholarship application. So let's say, for example, that the Theodore Roosevelt and Ingrid R. Olander Memorial Scholarship received 60 applications. Sometimes what we'll do is we'll break that among several different committee members to review those scholarships. So there could be 3 groups. There could be group 1 that reviews 1 through 20 of the applications. There could be group 2 which reviews 21 through 41 and so on. So that's how we go ahead and work that. But what will happen is you will be paired with one member who has the same applications that they're reviewing as you. And again, you can find all this information on the menu. To prepare you for the committee meeting, that's often very helpful to know that you might not be reviewing all of the scholarships for one fund. So again, you can use the reference material provided in that email that I sent you. It will show you again which scholarships have been assigned to you and to the other committee members. Again, if you have any questions about that, please do not hesitate to contact me. So on this page, what you will see is these are the scholarship funds that have been assigned specifically to me, and the students within these have been assigned specifically to me to evaluate. So again, I can see I am going to be reviewing for 2 funds. So I can go ahead and select the name of the fund, and this will open up the page for these scholarship applications. So the first thing that is important to note is how much are we going to be giving away. So in the available for distribution, you will see that we have $250 that we will be giving away to 2 students. So 2 students will each be receiving $250. Sometimes this is different. Sometimes it's assigned to the committee members to decide. So we'll have a bulk amount of money available, and then committee members can decide how many students they want to give that to. I would say that the most important part of being on a committee is choosing a recipient that most closely exemplifies the donor's intent. Sometimes the donor intent can be described by reading a little bit about them. Sometimes we have information provided here and about the scholarship that tells you what we're looking for. So we can see one of these scholarships will be going to a graduating high school senior, and the other one will be to a re-entry student. So that information is actually incredibly important when you're evaluating, because now you know that one's supposed to be going to a high school student and the other one's a re-entry student, so someone who has taken at least 5 years off of college. Here you can also see the criteria for this scholarship fund. So all of the students that are listed below that you'll be reviewing for are eligible for this scholarship based off of answers that they gave in their application. So to begin the review process, you have several different ways that you can start evaluating. So you can click on the folder, which will show you all of the attachments, and you can go ahead and download them, or you can click on them separately. Personally, I find it a lot easier just to click on the student's name and just go right into the application and evaluation. So on this side, you can see the application for the student. On this side, this is your unique evaluation form. So you can go ahead and start assigning values for the student. If this side or this side is too small or too big, you can simply select this space in between, this black space, and you'll see that my pointer button changed into this T figure. And this will allow one screen to become larger. I can shrink it and I can make this one larger and so on. So I do want you to know that there's flexibility within this. And what's really nice too is that you will be evaluating in order of things listed on this application. So the first thing that you'll see is community service. You can assign a value. And you can read about community service. You can also read about what we consider to be great community service and such. So we tried helping you out with these paragraphs, but again, they're just tools to help you with your evaluation. The next category, you can see employment. Employment matches here and so on. So extracurriculars next. Extracurriculars right here. You can also see other information such as recommendations. So this is a recommendation from a teacher. You can also see if the scholarship requires students to do something extra. So for example, the Alice Nielsen Frank Scholarship, it requires students to have had a parent graduate from a local Humboldt County high school. So they have to include proof. Unfortunately, the students did their upload upside down, but you can see that this is a Fortuna Union High School diploma for the student's father. You can read their personal statement. We have their signature. I would just disregard this information right here. Sometimes it worked for students to sign, sometimes it didn't. It's really not that important. Also, you can see the student's eligibility form. This is pretty nice to glance at if you have any questions about the student. So what this is it's a copy of the survey that students filled out. So when students start the application, the first thing that they do is they fill out this eligibility survey, if you will. We call it the eligibility quiz. And what this is students have to answer a series of questions, and based off the answers that they give in the survey, they're matched perfectly with scholarship opportunities. So this is where I could read about, for example, what high school they're graduating from, ethnicity. You can see all of the information. Down here is also what major they plan on studying too. So all of this information's at your fingertips if you would like to take a look at it. And then you can also view their transcript too. So here we go. Make that bigger. Voila. Okay, so when you go through, you can just assign values based off of how you think the student did. So there's our application form. In the committee meeting, you will be asked per each scholarship fund that you're reviewing for to share with us your top 2 or 3 applicants. And some folks will have read the same scholarship application as you, and some haven't. Even if you're, so what's really important with that is that you are taking notes in the comments area. So it might turn out that you and the other committee member who are reviewing the same applications choose 2 different people as your top candidates. What I recommend doing is writing notes on why you think the student is a top candidate. That way you can easily advocate for them within the committee meeting. All committee members will actually be voting for each scholarship. So not all of the committee members will have read about the scholarship, about the student that you had reviewed for. So it's important to be able to talk about why you think that they deserve a scholarship, especially if they don't have any background with the student. So if you have any questions about that, please feel free to ask me. That information is also included in the committee handbook as well. So again, just to make sure we're 100% clear, in the committee meeting, you will be paired with one person who's read the same applications as you. The rest of the committee members may not have read the same application, but all committee members will be voting. So it's really important that you take notes for your top 2 or top 3 applicants per each scholarship fund that you're reviewing for, because you might want to advocate for them, especially if the other person who read the applications has a disagreement with you and chooses to state that someone else is a stronger candidate. So leaving comments is really helpful. What I notice is a lot of students, a lot of committee members grab quotes from the personal statement and from letters of recommendation or just overall thoughts and feelings. So once you complete the evaluation for one of the students, you can always save and continue editing, or you can submit your review for that student. So I'm going to go ahead and submit. And then I can go ahead and go on to the next student that I wish to review for. So I can see right here that my rank for this student's 20 points. And then I can go into the next student and start reviewing. I can also sort by title, my rank. I would really ignore submittal and application date. I don't think that those are important, but you can definitely do it by rank. If you're in committee meeting and you want to know which ones rose to the top, that would be a really easy way to do it. To start reviewing for the other scholarship that you're reviewing for, you can go underneath this scholarship toggle bar and click on the next scholarship. And then you can start reviewing for these students as well. It's important to note that sometimes if you're reviewing a lot of students for one scholarship, that it might show up on separate pages. So note at the bottom if it says like 1 of 2 pages or such. You can also make it so more than just 10 students show up for this one page, so you can expand it so 20 students show up, if you will. So that's how you will be reviewing folks for the scholarship committee. Again, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to me. I really look forward to working with you this year, and I think that we'll have a great committee meeting.